Hello everyone, my name's Nina, I'm 27 years old and I live in Perth, Western Australia. And today I thought I'd take you on a little trip to the vet with Popcorn, my rabbit. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I have a rabbit. His name's Popcorn, he's 8 years old. And honestly, this little vlog is happening a day earlier than it was meant to. I actually had Popcorn booked in for a vet checkup tomorrow that I was going to take you along with, but he last night has done something to his leg. So tomorrow I was meant to just do a health check. There's a couple of minor things that I wanted to check with the vet, and it's been quite a few months since he's been. And then last night, yeah, he just, it kind of looks like, I don't know, it's a bit odd. So he's limping, his right front leg, he's limping on. It sort of looks like the shoulder blade or the shoulder it's like higher. It's been pushed out a little bit compared to the other side. So I really don't know what he's done. We've given him some pain meds and yesterday he was eating and drinking and everything was normal aside from like the slight limp that he had. So I was concerned at the start. At first I thought, are we going to have to take him to emergency? But then I messaged someone else who I know who's a bit more rabbit savvy, and they were like, as long as he's acting normal aside from the limp, just book an appointment for tomorrow and take him then. So yesterday afternoon or evening, I called the vet and they had one appointment available at 3 o'clock today. So I've booked that in and I've kept someone for tomorrow as well, just in case we're about to go and get him and take him to the vet. But yeah, I thought I'd get you guys to come along with me, and I'll take you along tomorrow as well if we do end up going to the vet tomorrow. Guys, he's so sleepy. Oh, he's just woken up. We've kind of restricted his area as well so that he's not walking around too much on it. So we've brought like all of this forward and created like a barricade. Lucky I kept all these houses, hey? It's sort of half the size of his room, just to keep him from walking around and doing big jumps or anything like that. I'm sorry, Popcorn, we have to go to the vet for your leg. So I can feel like here, it's just a bit higher than the other side. And he was definitely limping on that leg. Let's go. Here's Cat. Cat is Popcorn's support animal, and he goes with him on his trips. There you go. I'm just going to put a little bit of hay in there as well, in case he wants to snack on it. We're here, Popcorn. Time to go and see what's wrong with your leg. Okay, so sorry, I haven't spoken today yet. I look a little bit trash right now. Popcorn's here. I've got him. I'll show you him in a minute. He's just wandering around. So the last clip that you would have seen was filmed on Sunday, and today is now Tuesday. I think I mentioned that I was meant to take him to the vet on Monday yesterday, just for a checkup and just to address a couple of concerns that I had in Popcorn's movement. The way that he was hopping around was a little bit strange, and he had a little bit of a gut problem. So on Sunday, you would have seen that we were taking him to the vet because we noticed on Saturday that he had a big lump above his shoulder, and we weren't too sure if he'd like hurt his leg or something like that. So we took him on Sunday to check out what it was, and the vet was very, very concerned. I'm going to get through this without crying too much. So the word tumour was used a lot on Sunday at the appointment, and they weren't sure, but it was pointing that way. We changed the appointment on Monday to be, instead of just like a general consultation, we booked him in for an x-ray and a biopsy to see what was going on. So yesterday we took him in quite early because he had to be put under a little bit of anaesthesia to be x-rayed. So he was there yesterday from 9 o'clock. We picked him up at 3 o'clock, so most of the day. He had his x-ray, and they had a biopsy sent. We haven't got the results back for the biopsy. I should hear either today or tomorrow what the results are. The x-ray showed a tumour, so he does have a tumour, and that's why his arm is a little bit funny, so it's actually pushing his shoulder out, which means that he can't, like the x-ray showed his left arm was like straight out when he was lying down and it was fine, and then the right arm was kind of like that, if that makes sense. So the shoulder was pushed back and he couldn't fully extend it. The last couple of days have been really hard. So like I said, we are just waiting for the biopsy results, but there's 3 possible paths that we could potentially take depending on those results. There's an oncologist that specialises in cancer in pets, and she is going to give us her opinion based on his biopsy results of what we should do. But the options would be chemotherapy and potentially surgery. The surgery, if we did do that, would mean removing his right leg, because there would be no other way to remove the whole mass without removing his right leg. Or palliative care. Based on the results, the oncologist is going to give us her advice as to which one we should do. Obviously, I don't know the results yet, but I'd definitely be leaning towards trying the chemotherapy and just shrinking it as much as possible. And with the chemo, all I knew about chemo was obviously what humans go through with it. But my vet said it's very different with animals. It's just like an injection, and it's only like once every 6 months or once every 12 months to shrink the tumour. And that might be an option to do that regardless of whether or not we have surgery, because it'll be easier to have the surgery if we can shrink it beforehand. So it wouldn't make him sick. Like, I was worried that chemo would make him sick and I wouldn't want to go down that route. They said no, it wouldn't make him sick, like it would be fine. But first we just have to see what the oncologist thinks and what she thinks is worth doing. So I'll keep you guys as updated as I can. I'm going to keep this video quite short. We've moved a mattress into Popcorn's room, so me and my boyfriend are sleeping in his room at the moment. Just can't really be away from him right now. I'll get him out so you can say hello. He has been quite tired since yesterday. I mean, we took him to the vet 2 days in a row, and he doesn't like going, he doesn't like travelling, so he's quite tired. I think also from being put under yesterday as well has made him quite tired. So I'm just letting him rest as much as possible, and hopefully he becomes himself a little bit more after he's had a good sleep today. Say hi. Hello. But yeah, like I said, I'll keep you guys as updated as I can, and I will see you in the next video.